Now this is the important dialogue of King Edward II that has been taken from Act 4, Scene 6. It is the starting dialogue of King Edward that he has taken refuge in the monastery. Why? Because he was being chased by Mortimer. When the war was waged against the king and all barons were opposed to the king, they fought against the king, and king was defeated, and he was forced to run away. So with his other members like Waldwick and Waldock and Spencer, he fled away, and he has taken refuge in the monastery where the saints were living. There he went and took refuge there because he was too much scared. He was assured that his death is very near because these young Mortimer and the soldiers were chasing him, and they were thirsty of the blood of the king. No, they wanted to kill him, kill them actually. So that's why he changed his cloth just like a abbot and took refuge in the monastery, thinking that there would nobody will have suspicion about this monastery and king will be saved. But he was restless and terrified. No? At that time he said, Father, thy face should harbor notice it, because they were saints. They were the religious gurus. So that's why he has developed faith in them. But still then he was terrified that he was being chased by the young Mortimer. So that's why he is scared and terrified. Further he says, make trial now of that philosophy that in our famous nurseries of arts. Actually, King Edward II was of a peace-loving people. He doesn't belong to the tribe who were ferocious, aggressive. He was very peaceful king. He wanted to live in peaceful environment, but it was not the situation. He was compelled to be aggressive. He was forced to fight against the barons, and unfortunately he was defeated in the war and he was compelled to run away from the battleground. But now he is thinking about the philosophy of these saints. These saints, these fathers are leading a life of monastic, and they are living in a very peaceful environment, and that he wanted to pursue in his life, but he couldn't because he became the king. He couldn't become the Christian guru, Christian father. So that made the difference, that he could not lead his life in peaceful environment. Now he is very restless, he is very terrified because he is being chased by young Mortimer. He cannot lead the life as the father was living, but still he was thinking that his life should be just like a monastic. Further he says, thou suckest from Plato and from Aristotle. Father has plenty of time or interest or energy that he would read the different works of Plato and Aristotle. Those were the thinkers of that time. But King Edward II, he cannot read, he cannot meditate there. He has no peaceful mind now. He is not in a situation that he can meditate like the abbots, like the fathers. But he wanted to lead his life in a peaceful environment, but he could not because he was being chased, and these enemies of King Edward II, they were thirsty of his blood. They wanted to kill him immediately. So that's why it is not time to lead life like the monastic. Oh, Father, this life contemplative is heaven. Oh, that I might this life in quiet lead. I wanted to lead this life, but I could not lead this life. Now I cannot think about these all things because my death is very near. Young Mortimer is chasing me. The king was very much terrorized. No? Any time he may be murdered by young Mortimer. So that's why he cannot do anything at this juncture of his life. No? Whether it is clear? The next explanatory line that is very important, that comes after two dialogues of monks Spencer and Baldwick. King Edward, Mortimer, who talks of Mortimer, who wounds me with the name of Mortimer, the bloody man. Good father, on thy lap lay I this head, laden with mickle care. Oh, might I never open these eyes again, never again lift up this drooping head. Oh, never more lift up this dying heart. This is also very important line in the same scene. No, have you found? This is the same thing, because he was already terrified, because the barons were opposed to him and were the bloodthirsty. They wanted to kill him. That's why they were running after them. And now king has hidden himself in the monastery, in between the Christian saints, fathers, abbots. But now he is too much terrorized. He is terrorized even with the name of Mortimer. So somebody called the name Mortimer, he was scared too much. Mortimer? Who said Mortimer? He was rarely terrified by the name of Mortimer. He hated this very name, Mortimer. Why? Because Mortimer has snatched everything from his life. Mortimer not only opposed him, but also made a group against the king. All the barons joined hands with him. Even he snatched his wife, Queen Isabella. So that's why he is too much scared even by listening the name of the word Mortimer. No. So that's why when he listens the name of Mortimer, he is too much terrified and reacted. Who called the name Mortimer? Who talks of Mortimer? Who wounds me with the name of Mortimer? Actually, he has been injured by the name of Mortimer, as if there was injury on his body. Bloody man, he abuses him. Bloody man, Mortimer. Good father, on thy lap lay I this head. And now he is behaving like a child. Good father, please save me. Please help me from the danger of Mortimer, because Mortimer is coming and he is thirsty of my blood. He will kill me. So I am just laying in your lap, laden with mickle care. He is quite hopeful that this priest will save his life. No, even the greatest king have faith in saints, in priests, these abbots. Oh, might I never open these eyes again. The King Edward II is even afraid to open his eyes, because there is chance that he will see young Mortimer before him. Any time, any minute he will be here, and he will be before the eyes of King Edward II. So that's why he is even scared to open his eyes. He wanted to shut his eyes, no? So that there will be no danger. But it is not the fact. If the danger is before him, it is the fact. So he is scared so much that he is not in a situation to face the Mortimer here. Never again lift up this drooping head, oh, never more lift up this dying heart. He is behaving like a child, just like a child behaves with his mother. He thinks that the mother will save him from all the dangers in the world. In the same way, this saint, the father, can save me. He can save me from all the dangers. So that's why he has laid his head in the lap of the saint. No? He is too much scared and reacted. And it also seems that he has also lost his mental balance. No? Mental balance is also decreasing so fast. He is misbehaving in a queer style. कि now Mortimer wanted to meet you. ये तब का dialogue है. So these lines form the part of the dialogue of King Edward II that comes in the last page of Act 4, Scene 6. This striking dialogue of King Edward II, that when he has surrendered himself, when he has been arrested by the soldiers of young Mortimer, and kept in the prison, and he is going to be produced in the court of young Mortimer and Queen Isabella. At that time, he speaks in that way. He, when invitation comes, order comes from Mortimer. A litter hast thou, lay me in a hearse. Why are you giving me the cloth? What is the need? Actually, he has been running away, na? The king was forced to run away from the battleground when he was defeated. When his forces were defeated, he took refuge in the monastery of the abbots, and from there he has been recovered and arrested by the soldiers of young Mortimer. Now these soldiers, they are adorning him with cloths, because overall he is a king. No? Although he has been arrested, he will be punished. Chance is there that he will be murdered, but even then he is the legal king and he must be respected. So that's why the soldiers have brought cloth, costume for him, and they are wearing him. He is opposing, the king is opposing. Why you are forcing me to wear cloths? What is the need of these cloths? Your intention is quite clear that we have been arrested and we will be killed immediately. So what is the need of clothing, costume? No? The kingly attire. What is the need? It was better that you should have sent a hearse. Hearse means where dead body is kept on the vehicle, no? So that the last rites may be completed. The last journey may be completed. So that's why he is demanding, because there is nothing left in his life. So he wanted that in spite of these clothes, costume, there should be hearse, so that he can sacrifice himself, so that his dead body may be given the last rites. And he is saying these words to the soldiers of young Mortimer: lay me in a hearse, and to the gates of hell convey me hence. Why you are wearing me and wanted to produce me before the court of young Mortimer and Queen Isabella? It is better to send me to the graveyard. It is better to send me to the graveyard, where the gates of heaven is there. Let Pelito's bells ring out my fatal name. It is better to kill me here and hang my death nail at the graveyard, and hags howl for my death at Caron's shore. For friends hath Edward none, but these and these and these must die under a tyrant's sword. Because Edward the king is alone now. He has no friends. He has very limited friends. These are Spencer and Baldock. And these friends will be also mercilessly, brutally killed by the soldiers of young Mortimer. So what is the use of clothing me, giving me to wear the costume of a king? There is no need. I will be murdered. Therefore, immediately murder me. And my friends, they will be also murdered. So there is no life for the king. There is no life for the king now. So that's why it is better to kill me here and send me to the graveyard. So what does it mean actually? Now he is depraving. No. The king is in depression and raving like a madman. He has lost his sense of judgment and sense of differentiation also. So that's why he is restless and he is reacting in that way. Okay.